Welcome back, everyone. For today's video, we are going to be playing at some of the new bots that are on chess.com for the month of June. Now, one thing that really stood out to me when I looked at the monthly bots that Chess added is that there was one bot in particular called the Mechanical Turk, which currently is a question mark for rating, so we don't know how strong it is. But also, I was excited to play against it because it is a very historical chess machine from the ancient past. Now, those of you guys who are fairly new to chess probably aren't aware of what the Mechanical Turk was, but it was this automated machine that was created in about 1770, where it had this automated figure that would make moves and play against the best players in the world, and it was believed to be very strong. It beat players like Napoleon and Benjamin Franklin. Now, later on, it was discovered that the Mechanical Turk was actually, in fact, probably a device that was used to cheat, where there was someone hiding inside the contraption that could operate the machine, get it to play the moves. And so if there was a master player hiding inside, it was not actually an automated robot or an AI like we have today. At any rate, we now have a version of the Mechanical Turk, which is on chess.com, and we're going to play against this bot and see just how strong it is. All right, let's jump right into the action. So I'm going to start the first game with the white pieces, and I'm going to play the move e4. It plays c6. Let's go knight c3 and knight f3. Keep it very simple. Maybe the Mechanical Turk, in fact, learned the Caro Kann opening from Levi Rosman, the famous YouTuber. We get d4, knight e2. I'm going to play knight g3. Now, the opening doesn't look spectacular. That looks like a free pawn. Wait, this is an opening I'm unfamiliar with. Has it just tricked me in the opening? I guess I'll go here and take. This looks like a free pawn, but maybe it's not. I'm a little bit confused here by this position, because it looks like it's a free pawn, but I'm really actually not sure what's going on. So I'm going to play d3, attack the queen, try to develop my pieces eventually. Maybe I'll go g3, bishop g2 and castles. At least that's my hope. Let's go. I guess I'll go to b3 to attack this bishop, and then I'm going to go bishop g2 and castle the king out of the center of the board. Guess I play h3. Bishop h5, g4, bishop g6. I should be able to castle and be better. Here I'm simply up a pawn at the start, and I actually should be much better if not winning. So let's go. I could play rook e1. I could also play a3. I think I'm going to go rook to e1 here, followed by king f1 or rook e2 maybe. Okay, let's go a3. Stop knight to b4. I'm up a pawn. I have the two bishops here. Should be well on my way to winning this game if I am precise. Probably going to get knight f6. I'll play bishop to e3 and then king to d2 here. Let's take king d2, rook f1 probably. Should be a very, very good position here for me. I guess I'll go here, followed by rook f1. Maybe knight d4, knight f5 as well. Let's go rook f1. Great position, great pawn structure in the center of the board. Could play h4, but I think I'm going to reroute this knight to e2, guard the pawn on g3, or play knight f4. Go knight e2, followed by knight f4, knight d4. Not sure which square I'm going to put the piece on. I could play rook f5 as well. I could play knight d4, but I don't really like that as an option. So I think I'm going to go here and knight f3 to try and attack this pawn in h4. Let's go knight f3. We'll trade some knights here. Can take with the rook or the bishop. He has this knight h7, knight g5, which could be kind of annoying, in fact. So I guess I'll go e4, maybe king e3, d4 down the road. Probably we get knight g5. Let's go here, rook f5. Expected this. I'm up a pawn, but the main issue I have here currently is that this pawn on h3 is very weak, and the knight is always putting pressure on it. Now it goes knight e6, and this is actually a little bit scary now. I might have to be careful. If I go d4, I guess I go d4, maybe bishop f1, bishop d3. I don't really like my position, but I think I'm fine here. I hope I'm fine. Let's go c3 first. I'm probably going to sack the rook on f4 already here. Let's just sack it. Now I should have a bishop and two pawns for the rook. I should be a little bit better here, but it's going to be tricky to prove a win in this position. So let's go. Could play king f5 here. Could also play b3. I think I'll go. I think I'll go king f5 first. Attack the pawn. King e7, logical move. Could play d5 here. I don't know if it's a good move. It's always possible. I actually feel like somehow I've misplayed this, and I'm not, in fact, even better anymore. Okay, I guess I'll go back. I'm just going to try to reset my position, not do anything stupid here. Let's go bishop to... I could play bishop d3, maybe. I think I'm going to go bishop d3. I think I'm going to try to play e5 somewhere. Play c5, I go back. I'll trade. I trade. I still have two pawns to push up the board, but it's not really all that wonderful now that I look at the position a little bit more closely. I mean, I have e5 here. Can always take the pawn, but that looks very wrong. If I go g5, that's also wrong, probably. I go g5, e5. If I play e5, takes, rook c1, g5. Not ideal, let's put it that way. But that being said, if I go e5, takes, rook c1, bishop f5, I'm going to go for it. Let's see if this works or not. I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to play bishop f5 here, followed by g5, g6. Let's go king f4. If I get g5, g6 in, I think I'm probably better. It's going to take. I go g6 here. I've got the two pawns. Rook a2. What is this move? This has caught me by surprise. I go g7. It's going to go rook g2, bishop g4, king f7. Huh. I feel like it tricked me. I feel like it tricked me. King g5 takes here. Let's go king g5. It's going to take. I'm going to push g7 and go king h6. e6 queen. I could also take h4 here. This is a very, very tricky position. I go e6. Check bishop g4 takes. I'm losing. I go g7. King f7. Check king g8. Bishop g6. This should be winning. Let's go here. Let's go here. Has to go rook g3 or else I have bishop to e6 to win the game. Okay, now I got it. Now I can play. Wait, actually, how do I have it? I guess I go e6. If king g8, I have bishop h7 mate. Now I queen, and I should be winning the game. Maybe. I wonder if I queen here or not. But I think if I queen, this has to be winning. I just check and take the pawn. There should be no fortress here. Let's check and take the pawn on a7. Now it's rook and 2 versus queen and 1. This should be winning here. Let's go check. Queen e4 next move. Or queen f4 maybe also. Let's go check. Let's take. This must be winning. It's actually not so simple, though. Go here. I don't know why it's checking my king all over the board. With my king getting close now, this should be a very simple win. It's going to have to move the rook. And now I can just start pushing the pawn of the board. Let's go check. I guess I'll go... do I want to play h4 or not? I think I'll go queen f4 first to stop him from pushing the pawn. And then I'm going to push h4, h5. Start pushing the h pawn up the board. And this should be pretty simple. Queen f3. Actually, let's go queen e3 and then queen e2 or h5. Actually, wait. If I check, king here takes, h5, b4, h6, b3, h7, b2. I'm still not fast enough. So let's go here to attack the rook, and then I'm going to push h5. And now it should be pretty straightforward. h6 incoming. If I sack, h6, b4, h7, b... Yeah, that's just winning. There we go. And now, because it's a b pawn here, there are many ways to win. I'll just bring my king back. Go check. Let's go check. I'm going to slowly zigzag the king until it's in front of the pawn. Let's go here. Check, check, check. Check, and now I play queen b3, queen c3, and then I bring the king back. As you'll see, now the king's in front of the pawn, so I start bringing my king back. I could go king c3 here and let it queen. Let's go here. If it queens, I go queen f4 and queen d2 checkmate. So it's probably going to underpromote to a knight. Now I go king d3. Check. It has to go king a1. Move the queen, and now I bring the king over, and it should be checkmate in a couple of moves. Let's go here. King b3. There is knight b5, which I didn't see, but after knight d4, I have queen e5 to collect the horse, and now I win the game. I'll go here, 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 and checkmate. And there we go. So we get a win against it in the first game. Now we'll play once against it with the black pieces. Let's click on new game. I will change the color, of course. Play challenge with black. And let's do one more against Mechanical Turk. Now, it played pretty well. It actually defended incredibly well after losing the pawn early. So I feel like it's one of these bots that starts at a slightly lower level, but it actually gets better as the game continues. So I guess I'll play King's Indian here. Let's play Bishop G7. He isn't actually a robot. There's a chess player hidden inside. Maybe there is Stockfish hidden inside of the Mechanical Turk. But I felt that the variety started out fairly decent, but it got much better as the game went on. At the end of the game, it kind of fell apart. So I think there's probably a rating gap between the different phases of the game. So let's start with E5. Okay, it's going to play the exchange King's Indian. Very boring, unfortunately. Castles, I'll just play C6 here. I could trade and play Rook E8 also. Let's go Knight BD7. The opening book definitely is very weak for this bot. It does not have an opening book, is what it would appear. To me, at least, it appears that way. There's no opening bot. I'm going to go Knight G4 and attack the bishop. And play F6 here, attack the bishop. And then maybe I will play... What do I want to do here? I think I'm going to go Rook E8 and play Knight E6, Knight F7, Knight F8 as well. It's kind of a little bit dank for sure. Let's go here. I guess I'll go here, followed by Bishop E6 probably. It's got Queen C1, which I completely overlooked. Because now H3 sword traps my knight. So I have to go G5. It's kind of ugly. Let's go here. Oh, it's got H4. Ay, ay, ay. And now I'm probably just losing. Ay, ay, ay. What a disaster. What a disaster of an opening this was. Guess I'll go G4, try to do something here maybe. Because B4 is hanging at the end of the day. But nah, I'm just going to get crushed here. Let's go Knight F7. Plays H5. Interesting choice. Let's go here. Try to put the knight on D4. Create a bastion at least. So I'll go here. A knight D4 maybe. It looks pretty terrible for me. I'm trying to keep pressure on this pawn on H6 if I can. C5. I guess I'll go A5 here. Try to open up something on the queen side. Let's take. Wait, but now maybe I have knight B3. Wait a second. Maybe I've got knight B3 and knight D2, and then I can win the pawn, win the juicer on H6. Maybe it's not so bad because I can take H6, and now suddenly it's very much a game once again. Let's just. I could take with a knight or take with the bishop. I think I'm gonna take with a knight here, force the trade of the bishops. Oh, he's got this move, which of course I missed. Goes knight F3. Guess I go here and rook D8. Still in a lot of trouble in this position, but I'm trying to hang on. I guess I'll pre-move this. It's a safe pre-move. Rook D8, trying desperately to survive. Knight F5. So if I trade the rooks, Queen D1, maybe I have Queen D7. I can obviously take here. And I guess I go Knight G5. It doesn't look particularly exciting for me. I think I'll go Knight G5, maybe try to push E4 before White can put the knight here. I do feel like my opponent has misplayed this, though. I don't think I'm actually losing the way that I should be. I felt like I was much worse, if not lost. Now I feel like I'm only very slightly worse. I don't really want to play Queen E5 here, but my bishop is so bad on F8 that I'm struggling to come up with a move. So I think, as much as I hate this move, I'm going to play it anyway, because I'm going to try to force some kind of endgame here. Let's go back. Get Queen C8, which is actually a pretty good move. I'm kind of stuck here. I guess I'll go here, maybe Knight E5. Once again, what I do remember about this bot, though, is remember in the previous game, I was, I should not have taken with the king, by the way. I was going to go Bishop H6, and I missed Queen H8. Yeah, one thing about this bot is it did not play the endgame super well before. So if I can just survive to an endgame, maybe I have some kind of small glimmers of hope. Wait, do I have E3 to just blunder this? Maybe? Oh, it's got King F1, and now I'm just losing anyway. I guess I'll go Queen E5. Maybe block. Maybe there's some trick still with Queen E3. It looks very, very bad. Wait. Wait, E2, King E1 check. No, there's Knight D2. Queen E4 doesn't work. I'm trying to come up with some moves. If I don't check, do I have any other moves is the only question. And I think that answer is most likely no. If I check King E2, check King E3, King F8 maybe is a move. Doesn't really look particularly great. Go E2, King E1, Queen C3, Knight D2. I'm probably also losing. So I guess what I'm going to play here is... Could resign, obviously, as well. Could just go E2. Queen F4 is no good. Queen D5 is no good. Queen A1, only move. I think I'm just lost. There's not a whole lot that I can do to survive this game. Just not happening. Is there any other idea that I'm missing? I don't see it. Yeah, because if I check queen c4, I get mated in the corner probably. I think it's all I can do. King e2. Go king f8 here, letting it go knight e3. I think I'm just going to go check and probably king f8 and just pray. This obviously is losing for me, but maybe I can get lucky in some endgame. Maybe. Let's go check. King f4 or king e2, I guess. Back. It was g3. What a great move. G3. Brutal move here just to create space for the white king. Great move by the bot. If I play queen b4, knight d6, I probably lose the game. If I don't play queen b4, h4 is the only other try that I have. I'm going to take and pray that there's some kind of weird idea here to create a repetition, but I don't think there is. I'll go check. And now I should be mated, probably. I have queen h5, maybe a last-ditch effort to survive. But if there is queen e8, of course, which it will find, or queen d7, let's go back. Takes on c6, and yeah, now I'm simply just dead because I have no good moves. I guess I'll go check. Yeah, f4, and I'm going to resign this game. So, I simply got outplayed in this late middle game. How do I resign? There's a resign button. I simply got completely outplayed in this late middle game. So, result is 1-1 against the spot. My general perception is the opening. There's no opening book, so it plays a little bit weaker in the opening. You can get a big advantage like I did in the first game, but after the opening, it's a much stronger program. If I had to guess, I would say that objectively it's somewhere around 2800-ish level, approximately based on how well it played in the second game after the opening. Actually, in the first game, too, it played very well in the open. It played very poorly in the opening. Then it got better as the game went on. So I think the spot is somewhere around 2800. Very strong bot, though. So if you are going to play against it, do not have high expectations because I think that most players who compete against the spot are probably going to lose because it clearly has Stockfish hidden inside of its contraption. So, on that note, just thought I'd play one of the bots. It's the only bot that's really strong for the month of June. I think there are a couple of basketball star bots as well. One thing I want to point out is for a lot of people watching these videos, you're probably wondering about chess.com bots. I do believe that chess.com has said that more than half the games that are played on the website are played by humans against these programs and not actually person to person or one-on-one combat in the regular play zone. But at any rate, just thought I'd play against Spot, see how strong it is. So I do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Once again, if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you smash that subscribe button below, and we will be back soon with some more great videos of recaps, playing against these bots, everything else that we can do here on YouTube. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Have a good one. Bye.